so we're back again. And for those who don't know, this is part 2 to my roadworthy check to do with the MR2. So today we're going to be installing brake rotors and front disc brake pads. So yeah, all for the front of the vehicle. I've done this like 3 or 4 times already, so I pretty much know what to do. It's as simple as taking the wheel off, obviously jacking the car up, and undoing about three bolts, 3 nuts, and then you're done. Just replace everything, so it's a pretty easy job. Let's get to it. Alright, so I found the jacking point. It is all the way there, so that little circle right there. Oh, there's that one right there. Just pretty far under the car. Fuck! Still getting used to driving this car. Ah, look who's here! If it isn't the fam Campbell. Nice. Hey! Look at that. Really? Alright, so what we have here, we've got some Brembo brake pads. So they're not Brembo calipers, unfortunately. That will come soon, or maybe Willwoods. I'm not too sure, but got some Brembo brake pads. And what I've noticed is they're actually longer than my Camry ones, but they're not as wide. So we should get some good performance out of this. In the box over here, we have some brand new Bocsh Rotors. They're covered in oil, so I'm not going to touch them because that's to prevent them from rusting when they're getting sent over here. Oh, fuck it. I guess I may as well just touch it. I'm just going to sit them up next to the other Rotors here. So, Dom. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, looks like the right one, yeah?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick rotor though.
They're not rusted though.
And all we'll be doing is removing this caliper. So all we need to do is take this bolt off the top at the bottom off to pull the caliper bracket up. Sorry, the actual caliper itself up. And then we're going to be removing the caliper with the 2 back bolts. Alright.
Seems simple enough.
Simple enough, dude. So for the main caliper brackets, we're going to be using a 17mm socket. Just going to be undoing both of them. But first we're going to go with and we're going to be using a 14mm socket for the caliper itself. So firstly we're going to take the caliper off so we can remove the pads that are already in there. Alright Dom, can you chuck us that? Like there's like this wrench in there. Alright, so it doesn't look like it's going to clear, so we're going to have to remove the whole caliper because the brake line's in the way. So we can't just pull it off like on the Camry, we're going to have to remove the whole caliper. So the MR2 actually has 2 pistons, which is pretty surprising. And we've also got these 2 little clips that we're going to have to remove. They seem to keep like the caliper from, the pads from coming back out after they've been compressed. It's pretty cool. I wonder if the other ones that I bought have these holes. So we're just going to remove these pads and take all these mounting bits, anti-school stuff off, and then remove the bracket. So here's a stock one, and there's the new one we've got here. It's even got the holes that come on these bits here, so we can just replace the spring bits in those 2 holes. So pretty good, we got the right ones. We've got everything out the way. We've taken the caliper off, we've taken the caliper brackets off, taken the pads out. So this rotor should simply just come off because it is a Toyota. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. So you really should be like sanding this, you know, getting it nice and flush, but that's if you can be fucked. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, so we have the old rotor right here, get the new one right here. It's pretty much just, all we got to do is just prep it up with some brake cleaner. This is to remove all the residue that they put on for the packaging so it doesn't rust. Posted, oh my fuck. Everywhere. Take a picture of this. Oh, I got this for the thumbnail. Make it a good picture. Go this way. Alright, so we've got everything all tightened up. The rotor's looking really good. If you just look in there, you can see that the caliper's on, that we've got everything torqued down to spec. We're just going to tighten these up. It only took around an hour and a half, 2 hours, so that's pretty good for timing. Yeah, everything went successful, so we're just going to test them out now. Alright guys, so we are back in the MR2 and I've just had the brakes on for about a couple of days now. We're just going to be testing him out. I'm going to be doing some hard braking for you, and hopefully you can kind of see how much better they are than the stock ones. I don't have a picture of the stock ones, but they were really bad. They were really bad. Alright, we're going to be doing some hard braking here, so you can kind of see. Oh yeah, they really bite. Compared to the ones that I had on here, they were really like, they just didn't bite when you wanted them to. And they would kind of like get to a point where when they did bite, they would just lock up your wheels, and because the car doesn't have ABS, it would just lock up the wheels and then you'll go sliding because I don't have good tires on it as well. Oh yeah, they're good. Yeah, that's only like half on the pedal as well. Like if I really put it down there, the wheels would have locked up and everything. So they're really good brakes. I just need to get the matching tires for them. Anyway, so I got my mate Jules recording. Want to say hello, Jules?
Hello there.
Put it on you, dude.
You can't do that.
Bad rev match. Fuck, that was a horrible rev match.
That was absolutely awful. Oh yeah, good one. Very poor.
Could have been better, but I'm just not good at driving this car.
Can you do it? Can you do it? Oh.
Ready? Oh, rev match, ready? Oh, fuck. Oh, that was pretty shit. Yeah, definitely an upgrade compared to what I had. And I'll see you guys in the next video for the more parts on what I got to do to get my car roadworthy. Thank you. Thanks, Jules.